Friends, my name is Jyoti and I am explaining transaction cost. The cost associated with the exchange of goods or services incurred in overcoming market imperfections is called transaction cost. Transaction cost covers a wide range like communication charges, legal fees, informational cost of finding the price, quality and durability, etc., and may include transportation cost. So, the next is what is transaction cost theory? The transaction cost approach to the theory of the firm was created by Ronald Coase. The transaction cost refers to the cost of providing for some good or service through the market rather than having it provided from with the firm. Transaction cost theory tries to explain why companies exist and why companies expend or source out activities to the external environment. The transaction cost theory supposes that companies try to minimize the cost of exchanging the resources within the environment. According to Ronald Coase, every company will expend as long as the company's activities can be performed cheaper within the company than by outsourcing the activities to external providers in market. So, transaction cost is further divided into three parts: search and information cost, bargaining cost, policing, and enforcement cost. So, firstly, coming to what is search and informational cost. The cost made on finding a product in the market, finding the substitutes, finding the lowest market price, availability of spare parts, etc., are called search and information cost. What is bargaining cost? The cost made to reach an acceptable agreement by all parties to a contract are called bargaining cost. Next, what is policing and enforcement cost? Policing and enforcement are very interesting and may continue to rise even after signing a contract. The money spent on writing an agreement, hiring services of a lawyer, different clauses of agreement included in this category. So, what are the transaction cost examples? There are so many examples for transaction cost like car, laptops, mobile phones, etc. But particularly, we are talking about mobile phones. Like we can buy the chips and other accessories required for the phone from anywhere and can be assembled it from anywhere. Then why we are not doing it? The reason is that it will be more expensive and somewhere we lack in quality and time, etc. Even we can talk about internet which is used by everyone now has reduced the transaction cost for many industries, as now it's easy to search for sellers and buyers, collecting information about products, negotiating, monitoring, cost of transportation associated with buying and selling, and internet is helping us in all of these things. So, finally, what is the burden of transaction cost? It consists of so many pluses, like I have paid $100 plus the efforts plus the search time plus the annoyance from salespeople plus my worries for the quality plus and so on. So, last but not the least, why it is important for managers. The managers can't make right choices without analyzing the transaction cost. Example, we want to purchase a colored ultrasound machine for our hospital. However, the price of the machine from well known companies was out of reach. On the other hand, we didn't want to buy a product for some less reputed company. This led us to go for a refurbished ultrasound machine. There were many of the sellers all around the province. We know about model, availability of spare parts, price of the product. Our search cost us spending on telephone calls, mails, emails, etc. Similarly, we had to spend a lot of time which involved opportunity cost. All these spending were made to purchase a single product. What can be the volume of the cost in case of economics of sale? This can be huge. In fact, without analyzing these costs, we can't find out the exact turnout of our deals. The profits of a business reduces with increases in transaction cost. So in this way, it helps managers to make the things more effective and efficient. That's all for now. Thank you.